Each year, over 30,000 animals are taken into the SPCA. 6,180 animals are spayed and neutered each year. Spaying and neutering is important because unplanned litters end up in the shelters, on the streets, abused and neglected. Strays are animals that stray away from their homes and are picked up by the SPCA. Owner surrenders are those animals whose owners give them up to the SPCA because they can no longer take care of them. They give up ownership. Confiscations are those animals that are taken away from their homes because they are not being taken care of properly. The Central California SPCA employs 80+ staff members and registers 500+ volunteers each year. Each year there are over 14,000 volunteer hours. The Central California SPCA has many departments. They include Administration, Education Volunteer Center, Adoption Center, Stray Center, Barn, Hospital, Grooming Parlor, and Gift Shop. The Central California SPCA Outreach Program deals with media, volunteers, off-site events, school site events, and in-house classes. The Adoption Center department deals with adoptions, surrenders, dog licensing, snip and chip, which is when you spay or neuter your animal and chip it in order to keep track of it, microchip, humane euthanasia requests, cremation, and columbarium. The Central California SPCA has dog training every Wednesday at 6 p.m. for any of those that have animals that need to learn obedience. The Central California SPCA works with 40+ animal organizations, so it does not have to euthanize as many animals. They work with Valley Animal Center, German Shepherd Rescue, Marine Humane Society, San Francisco SPCA, Fresno Turtle and Tortoise, and many more. They work with other organizations so they can send animals they do not have room for. You can save animals' lives by adopting animals so they have a home and don't get euthanized. Reclaims, reclaiming your animal that ran away from your home. Rescue from pet placements. Foster care, which is temporary care of animals in volunteers' homes until they are ready for adoption and to be placed in permanent homes. The Stray Center accepts stray animals as long as they're found within the city of Fresno limits. It doesn't matter where the client lives, as long as the animal is found within the Fresno limits, they will be accepted. The Stray Center holds the animals for 4 to 10 days. Animal control is provided for animals that are neglected, allow public drop-offs, relinquishments, quarantine, and wildlife. Animal Rescue will be contacted whenever the number is dialed, and they will go and save whatever animal needs to be rescued. Central California SPCA barn holds barn animals such as horses, donkeys, cattle, and many more. The SPCA Animal Hospital is a full-service hospital open to the public, performs vaccinations, deworming, general examination, x-rays, lab diagnosis, post-adoption health exams, general surgery, low-cost spay and neutering services, parasite control including fleas, ticks, and heartworms, dental care, hospitalization, and many more. The SPCA accepts donations such as money, toys, cleaning supplies, animal food, and many more. Volunteers range from youngest to oldest. They are Critter Kids, ages 8 to 11, Care Club, 12 to 14, and Youth Volunteers, 15 to 17. One can volunteer in the Adoption Center, Stray Center, Exotic Room, Rescue Foster Services, Event Ambassador, Education Volunteer Center.